Hello, another day in the glamorous life of Zoe Oper. Okay, got up this morning. Second weigh in since I started doing my shots, and I'm down a pound. I am zero point 0.4 away from my LIW, last injection weight of last week. Yeah. When did I stop? I stopped I can't remember. But it was at least a week ago. And then I took 4 days of eating pretty much everything and anything. And then I gained 1.6 pounds, and now I'm down to 224. I was up to 225, something like that. Okay, so let's see. Things that I've come up with that need to be talked about. Oh, I got my 5 pound thing of shakes. I'm very excited. They didn't put a scoop in there. 30 gram of shake for 110 calories. I think I figured out that it's 2 tablespoons. So I like to do it 1 tablespoon at a time so I can spread it out. I can have 4 shakes a day. That equals, does that equal 2 proteins? Equals 2 proteins, but I usually do another half protein of something else. Or I do some, depends. Depends on the day. But it looks like if you eat protein, you're okay. If you eat a little extra protein, you're okay. It's never that. It never has been for me either. When I think about all the things I've ever done in my life, all the things I've eaten, and all the weight I've gained, it was never on like anything protein. It was always on sugar, fat, starch combo. The stuff we're not supposed to be eating on P3. I wonder why that is. Could it be that we gain weight from that? Ha ha ha. Yeah, exactly. So protein will not be a problem for me. Yesterday I ate about 300 calories yesterday. It is 4 o'clock. I was up at like 10:30, 11 o'clock today. Not eating. Don't feel like eating. I'm not going to eat. I'll probably eat a grapefruit first thing. Then I will eat some. Then I will do a protein. I'll eat a half a grapefruit. Then I'll use half a fruit for my protein drink. So I'll put strawberries in the protein drink. Then I'll eat an omelet later with spinach and onion. And then I'll have what else? Then have another half a protein. So I'll do something or other. I got a tea from up at my it's called Coffee Labs in Tarrytown. It's like a little privately owned Starbucky kind of place, and it's coconut iced tea. It's so delicious. Very excited. I know I gotta go buy some teas, but I think I'd rather go out. I isolate when I do this. I'm afraid to go out and eat or be with people because there's food and just I'm telling you, that was the reason I took that break because I wanted to get out of the house and go out to dinner and do things like that, and I was able to without too much damage and hopefully not screwing up you know, anything in the future. I want to do this 100%. It seems like a break is okay. I know that um, P and I in pounds and inches, it says if you have to take a break. Well, it looked like I had to take a break because I'm not a businesswoman. I didn't have to travel, but what's the difference? If you can do it that way, why couldn't you do it if you're sitting at home and going crazy in isolation? I'm looking at my. This may not be fat. This may be some sort of age thing. Yeah, I'm 47, so age is eventually going to catch up to me. Although I look so young now, don't I? 47. My 21-year-old will be home soon, and I'm definitely pulling him into the videos. Whether he likes it or not. It's going to be funny. He's very funny. Hopefully he'll say something funny. I know he'll put me down, so. Okay, so it's, what else did I want to say? I am excited about losing the pound. I'm excited about getting under a 220. That would be really good because I haven't been under 220 in a few years. I don't think it's been at least two years. I did OA for a year and a half, and during Overeaters Anonymous, I dropped to about 208 by not eating desserts. And that was the only thing I didn't eat. But I also wasn't binging and I wasn't overeating. It was very helpful. So if anybody needs, and I feel like I am going to go back to Overeaters Anonymous, because I think that it's, with this kind of eating, especially if you, stay away from the foods that trigger you, which sugar still does, people. Gotta stay away from the sugar. I'm gonna eat desserts, but it's gonna be without sugar desserts. Um, but it really was helpful. It's a really synergistic group where, everybody's struggling, and yet with this group and with your higher power, there is a way of on a one day at a time basis, not eating those foods that trigger you and start you up in a bad way. And we all know that, for me especially, that if I eat badly, that getting on the scale and looking at those numbers are very difficult for me. And that's the whole premise of this protocol, is getting on the scale and catching it before it gets out of hand. But as we know, we can get out of hand, and days and weeks will go by and the weight will just come on. And so that, when we take things one day at a time and don't just depend on our egos to like move us around, then you know what? We'll have an easier time of keeping this off. We know that we can get the weight off with this, and we know how fast it can happen. And yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. For me, anyway. It's so, every time we talk to other people, we're talking to ourselves anyway. I believe that very strongly. So that's it. Oh my God. You people look at me and go, oh, she really needs a makeover. I was glamorous a couple days in this thing, after my play, when I went out. I have to, I can't wait to fit in that suit I bought. That's going to be really good. That's my first big goal. Size 12 suit. I really should try it on for you now, because it's really funny how it hits the top of my my thigh. Unzipped the top of my thigh. And the jacket almost fits, because I'm not that bulky on top. So I'm about a 14 on top and about an 18 on the bottom. So okay, that's enough of that. Bye.